What is going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Truly appreciate you all very much. Thanks for being here with me. Happy Sun Pluto Day. Happy Mercury Station Direct Day. Definitely a lot of big things, but can feel a little weird, but give yourself a pat on the back. I mean, we made it through a Mars retrograde in Gemini and a Mercury retrograde during the same time period, and they're in weird aspects to each other. So it's been a very interesting time just of navigation, identification, thought, understanding, truth. This Capricorn season has been like a deep upheaval of sort of this big plan in our lives. So it's been a lot, and give yourself pat on the back. It hasn't necessarily been an easy one, I will admit that. So, take a look at the astrology for today. Of course, Mercury goes direct at 5:11 a.m. on the West Coast, 8:11 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Boom, direct station is moving at 2 minutes at this part of the day, which this charts for 12:03. So high noon, if you will. But right as that Mercury comes direct, we're seeing the moon come off in opposition to Mars, which is of course direct now and starting to get a little bit more movement. So we're at this, interesting position where our emotions want to explore, expand, look at the bright side, and then we're almost met with these truths. Mercury's coming online, and it's almost like we have to really focus ourselves and understand different layers of our reality and in different ways. So we're having to be agile in different ways, and I think stay positive, stay hopeful, not feel like things are being narrowed down too much. Learning how to express our emotion is important. I think that this Mercury retrograde helped us again with this Mercury, because we had a Mercury retrograde last year in Capricorn. Of course, it started in Aquarius, I believe, but oh no, that was Venus. No, that was Mercury. Came back. So, it's bringing up some of that too, but it's definitely giving us a more dedicated approach to action and thought-based action, in my humble opinion. So, having good action based on the positivity in our life is important. Being able to express our truth, our deeper emotions. It is Sun Pluto, so it's a very deep day, very emotional day, very transformative day. It's the 16th time that we've had this conjunction in Capricorn since 2008. It's a big deal, like right at the peak here. And I think we need to be able to go into deep spaces so that we can see all that we've learned. This is a good day to reflect. It's a good day to reflect on all that you've learned recently, all that you've learned from the past, and be able to put that deep emotion into something passionate, into something that you want to create, into something for the future, into something that has a stability based on what you do know deep within. And how can you find that identification? How can you get your action and emotion on the same page? These are going to be a big theme, but it's weird because Mercury's sextile the South Node. So the South Node's playing a big role right now. We have Mercury coming direct, of course, in quincunx to Mars, a dispositor of the South Node. We have the Sun conjunct Pluto, a dispositor of the South Node, and the South Node and Mercury are making a yod, 2 quincunxes over to Mars. So very weird. It's just very weird. Things are happening for a reason. They're trying to definitely get us to change things, but we're not trying to change things from such a like a way of the past. It's like taking what you've experienced, what you know, and channeling it into new ways to adapt and new ways to be agile. So it is definitely a lot of energy online now. Uranus is the only planet retrograde, and it's getting ready to station in just 4 days. So lots is happening as we build up to this new moon in Aquarius, and the moon is not dark yet. It's not within that 30-degree window coming up on the new moon. So trying to definitely find positives through weird action, feeling kind of puppeted around right now, trying to avoid, I think, sort of karmic loops, but at the same time trying to avoid over-intensifying situations. I think we're realizing we have to be at a higher elevated consciousness and make bigger, more responsible decisions about how we, do all of that thing. And a lot of it comes to relationships, with Venus at 19 degrees, getting closer to Saturn in Aquarius, and the moon getting ready to sextile that Venus by this evening is, definitely saying we have to relate in more free and open ways. We have to be able to communicate. We have to be able to have strong beliefs. We have to be able to feel passionate about those beliefs, and, let other people be on their wave too. Beliefs aren't always going to sync up. That's okay. We don't have to put, energy down. Everybody can win right now. And that's the thing that we want to realize as we come into this Aquarius season, is like we can figure out ways to get a lot of wins. Oh, my microphone is peaking again. It's so weird how it keeps jumping up like that. And I'm not talking loud, like, at all. So weird. All right, that should be better. I don't want it to be peaking, and I'm definitely not screaming at this thing. I got kind of a cough and a sore throat right now, so I'm like whispering and it's like hitting red. Okay, anyways, we're trying to create these different win-wins in life. We all can win. We have to understand we're all individuals, we're all unique, we all have individuated value systems, and we're starting to see bigger pictures. We're starting to see where we're pointing the arrow. There's a lot that's coming to fruition, and we're starting to see a lot that can be closing out. We want to be accepting of the things that are dissolving for the bigger truth, the new action. And this is a very karmic time for that. So definitely an intense day. We're seeing where our mission or our destinies are evolving and transforming, and there is sort of a light switch that's been hit on. Things are definitely clicking, and especially when Uranus goes direct and when Mercury trines Uranus again, we're going to start to see some really valuable information is going to find us, some revolutionary stuff, and we are on the brink of it now. We can maybe start feeling it. Definitely a day, again, to stay positive, to stay hopeful for connection, because connection is definitely something important. You're going to see, who's connected in your life, who's not. Again, these are just making responsible decisions to have a good, healthy lifestyle, have a good, healthy boundaries in your life. Like, what's good, what is not, what's top shelf, what is not, what's quality, what is not. And then to not attach a stigma to what is not, just to know that vibrationally it's not. And that's okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be explained. And I feel like we can dig ourselves into holes trying to convince people of our own decisions, our own conclusions right now. That might be where the hardest part of today is. Trying to get people on the same psychological wave when we're all trying to figure out our own wave and our own life. And just, explain yourself as you need to explain, but, you don't have to convince anybody of anything. This isn't a time to prove something crazy or have some intense need to, I can control the situation, I can get people to see, I can, that's going to be hard. So it's definitely let's look at the positives. Let's have a good time. We're all feeling some deep transformation, but how can we make this more exciting in a fun way and not so much in a depressing kind of down way? We can definitely pull ourselves into the underworld today with the Sun conjunct Pluto and, think that we're just oppressed and, can't have what we want or can't get to where we want to go. We definitely can. And we're about to see more and more as the days progress. Doors are going to start opening wide open. And the moon's going to trine over to Chiron in Aries as well today. And it's not making a whole lot of aspects here at these mid degrees. It's really not. We're not going to see the square to Neptune until tomorrow. We are getting a little bit of Venus, and we start off the day with Mars in opposition, but really just kind of floating through here. But we do get the trine to Chiron, which is, again, your beliefs and feeling secure in your beliefs are so powerful in the identification of your direction of life right now. And it's important to focus on that and to not get too lost in all the other aspects around you that might be trying to sway one way or the other or manipulate, or to think that you don't have it. You do have it. This is a time to realize you do, and to start looking at the positives of what can be done if you shift your vibration or your mindset to what the peak of your mountain is. All right, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? That's what I got. Always so much gratitude for you all. I've been noticing a lot of people have been saying in the comments that they're having a hard time finding my videos. They're not like showing up on their feed as much anymore, and YouTube's going through some changes. They're definitely trying to move to shorts. They don't really want to do these kind of videos apparently anymore. They're trying to maybe replace TikTok. Maybe TikTok's going to go away soon. So YouTube's kind of trying to pull into that market of the shorts and reels kind of thing. And they're shifting a lot of their ads to that. So, these kind of videos are, I don't know. It might just be harder to find. Like, you're going to have to, if you want to see it, you're going to have to go find it, I guess. Just kind of is the way it is. Like, that's the world we live in. Everybody wants the quick dopamine, the quickness. So I guess long form, videos like this, or even quality videos, right? Like, I don't film this on a cell phone. I have a camera. So I don't know. It's very strange that this type of format is phasing out, but that's reality, right? So I got to decide if I want to do shorts and like lower the quality of the production to like get seen more. I don't know if that's really where I want to go. It doesn't really align with my values, right? Like, I've accumulated a nice setup to film over the years of doing this, and why would I want to go back and just film from my cell phone? Like, I wouldn't. I'd rather get a better camera and like do more with that. So that's where we're at. If you enjoy the content, again, and other channels that you enjoy too, that maybe aren't putting out shorts, you might have to look for them more. You'll probably start to see more and more that those get put to the back of the list because for whatever reason, it's pump the shorts time. And that's how the algorithm's running. So just so you know. So hit the bell for notifications. I do post every day. They're live on the West Coast at midnight, on the East Coast at 3 a.m. So they're always here every day. I only don't put a video out on Sunday. So they're always here if you want to go looking for it. But I appreciate you all and just wanted to put that out there because there was a lot in the comments recently about that. 5 of Cups. It's a very emotional day. Like, Pluto is deep emotion. It is probably more emotional than the moon, to be quite honest with you. So we're having to deal with a lot of the emotion of destiny, a lot of the emotions of deeper things that we want to be known for. Why are we here? Capricorn is very destiny oriented. So I think we can be a little down and out or feel energetically drained or whatever. We just don't want to be in negative emotions right now. That moon is definitely trying to look at positive outcomes. And, I do like the 5 of Cups because there is always 2 cups upright. There's always positives out there. It's just about perspective, and it's about how you can kind of shift and, in that more mature kind of evolution of your frequency, you can always see the positive if you choose to. So I think today's really like, yeah, it can be intense. It can feel maybe a little dark, a little crazy, a little out of control, but like there's always something right there that if you shift your perspective and look at, you'll feel better. And I think we're having to train our minds to do that more and more in this reality. Queen of Wands. Lots of creative courage today. So I think that's the positive too, is like when you do see the positive and you do kind of shift perspective, you're realizing, oh my gosh, like I can create and move passionately through this life on my throne, in my power. It's like there's so much light in the world. And I think sometimes when we get days where it feels like it's dark, it's just a good reminder of how much light there really is. So a lot of light energy out there, a lot of like brightness is in the world today. You just have to be willing to see it, and it's right there for you. Oh my, holy smokes. Capricorn, the devil. It's very fitting to pull the devil card with, a Sun-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn and a Mercury station direct in Capricorn, finishing off a lunar cycle in Capricorn. We're having to reevaluate what we put our time into, what do we want to bind ourselves to? It's very important right now. We're like picking timelines. What part of chronology do you want to be on? So, I think we're all going to have something that drives us. We're all going to have something in this life that we want to pursue. And I think that we have to make responsible decisions that what we're pursuing is bringing more light into our life, and we're shifting our perspective to get that and to go in that direction instead of staying bound to anything that's just sorrow or not satisfying or not, bringing happiness. Like, you gotta pick right now. And that's the responsible decision. And that's Capricorn, is making the big decision. It's not always the easy one, but like, what are you being responsible for your soul? And how are you, responding today? And what decisions are you making? And what are you choosing to commit to? Very important moving forward. Love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. Happy Mercury direct. And I will see you tomorrow. Much love. Peace.